keep track of super chats. Well, all right, nobody's in here, and guess what? I'm able to make a little bit of a video today. Well, maybe. We'll see. We'll see if all of a sudden a bunch of people start walking in, then maybe we'll have to stop. But I've got my new attachment for my vitamix to do the vacuum blending. First, though, I'm going to do the clean water. That's what I got to do. And while I'm putting water in my carbon distiller there, so I can purify my water to the highest degree, I'm going to harvest the water that I made last night. So I did not think I'd get a chance to make this video today, and I still may not. We'll see if we get interrupted. But for the time being, we got time. So this is how you make your cleanest water. Why the cleanest water? Well, in my personal opinion, pretty darn impossible to get super healthy without clean water. I don't know. Call me crazy. It's just something that I've quote unquote fallen in love with. Clean water. Right now I'm filling up my carbon distiller. I had to put that little thing over there on pause. But I can't move the camera over here, guys. So just give me 1 second, because all the action's going to happen over there where the camera is at here in a second. So in order to clean your water, you got to put it through this process. Some people believe that clean water doesn't matter. And to those people, I say, live your best life. You know, if you're happy and you like drinking tap water, more power to you. But to me, it does matter. And this is how I clean my water. This is how I clean all viruses, all bacteria, all pharmaceuticals, all PFAS and forever chemicals, all of it. Because one, I understand just how it works. So, I mean, it's just so obvious. But for those who don't believe in such things, I also have lab work. So I got the third-party lab testing to prove that this is the best way to clean water. I've done many videos about it. And now we're going to run it again. Now, usually I'll put just literally 1 drop. That's all I really need for the whole gallon. I know they recommend way more, but I put most of the drops in my actual smoothie, which we're about to make. Because, well, like I said, we'll see if it works. We'll see if we get interrupted. Because I am not expecting that I was going to be able to make a live video. And check it out. Now, this is interesting. Look at this. This is the new one for the Vitamix. So what I did is I removed, this is the one that normally goes on the Vitamix. And you remove it and you put the one that's on there. I can show you. This is the new one. So that way this one will fit on here. And this, if you notice, this is for the vacuum blender. Look at what it says on the blades. It literally says Japan. So these guys know where to pick their metal. So I've been telling everybody Japan makes the best metals. And here we go. So let's just go ahead and get rolling. If you guys have any questions while I'm here, go ahead and ask. Otherwise, I'm just gonna do my morning breakfast like I always do, basically. Okay, first thing we're gonna put is this wonderful, amazing nutrient powder, because food's deficient and I don't take multivitamins. So this is how I get my multivitamin. I get it through food, which is this purium powder that is made from food. And it basically functions as a multivitamin. I don't think that's what they intended it to be, though. It's supposed to be like some type of meal replacement. And so that's what it, quote unquote functions as. But I use it as a multivitamin. I combine it with all the fruits and vegetables, and it just works beautifully. You can get that at iceshoppurium.com if you want. And you get a $50 discount code if you want to. The code is uprising144K. And this stuff, I gotta tell you, it smells so fresh, so good. I've been so impressed with this product. This is a product that when I was first approached about it, I was like, nah, I'm good. But I always like to at least be open-minded enough to look at something. So I was like, all right, I'll check it out. But when I tried it, wow. I really Like I said, I gotta say, it really has impressed me more than I ever thought that it would. So put that in here, and always put the powders in first. And then I got the raw cacao. And the raw cacao, you don't need it. I only buy it when I see it. And you know what? That's something that I totally forgot to look for the last time I was at the store. So who knows? Maybe I'll have a little bit of free time today, even though it's a busy day for me today. And maybe I'll swing by the store and see what we can do. Okay, now this I totally forgot, and I'm remembering right now, is going to be a total pain in the rear today, guys. I try to rotate my fruits and vegetables in a specific order so that they don't go bad, but once in a while, I don't get it perfect. And what do we got here? We got some vegetables that are going bad. Oh, flax seeds, highly anti-cancerous. They showed it in studies in regards to breast cancer. Of course, they have really good omegas, and they have a good amount of fiber. So we're going to put some of those in there. I love using the flax seeds. There's some stuff that I remember reading some good scientific studies on it, and I just always remembered, get your flax seeds when you can. Now, unfortunately, this next step is going to take longer than I really would like. But here we go. Why does it take longer? Well, because like I said, these greens are going bad, so you're going to be able to see it here. I literally got to pick through these real quick and try to find the good ones, and the ones that are no good, like some of these, I'll have to pick out real quick. So I do not want those in my smoothie, and they get really gross, obviously, when stuff goes bad and starts rotting away. And so we're going to do the best we can and salvage as much of these greens as we can, because actually this is my last one, which just shows me again that I have to go grocery shopping again. Usually I have a pretty good rhythm about going to the store. And I'm going to move this here right now because we're going to do veggie washing. That's what we're going to do real quick, unfortunately. But like I said, right now, while you have me, it's a good time because there is no guarantee I may literally have to just leave all of a sudden. So if you guys have questions, like I said, I wasn't thinking I was going to be able to do lives much. So this is kind of a surprise today. I'm just going to end up doing little surprises here and there. But I know it's going to get worse as time goes on, meaning that I won't have as much time to do these for you guys, but I really wanted to do this one today. I actually changed some of my work schedule around today to do this for you guys because this one, let's see here, is important. Why is today's important? Well, we got the new attachment for the vitamix, and I really want you guys to see this because the viewers have been asking. What I probably should do is I probably should just do like a normal video where I just have everything all set up so it's quicker and not do a live one, but I was going to make it anyway this morning, and so I was like, you know what? Let's just go live real quick. I'll probably do a separate video just showcasing this particular product, which I think personally is awesome, because as you guys probably know, I love my Vitamix, and I can't live without my Vitamix or my Void system, either one. I mean, basically what I'm trying to get at is I can't live without a blender. Why? Because I make this, this is my multivitamin. This is my nutrients. It's funny because, look, do I eat healthy dinners? Yes. Do I truly think that my healthy dinners are getting me all the nutrients that I absolutely need? No, I do not believe that. And mostly because it doesn't make sense that they would give me all the nutrients that I need. All the nutrients, that's why you take multivitamins, that's why you do things like that, because you're not getting all the nutrients from everything you eat. This is a way that I can try to do that, which seems to work. My blood work is what really proves it. And I just make this smoothie, and the smoothie is my multivitamin. So with that being said, we're almost done here, and we're going to finally move on to making the actual smoothie. Today's smoothie is probably going to be smaller than I'd like because this particular pitcher seems to be a little smaller than the Vitamix. I always get a little less yield, but we're not doing it for the yield, guys. Why are we doing this? Why are we going through all the trouble of doing a vacuum blender? Because, it's funny, I was actually going to do a video. You guys comment, tell me if you think it would be good. I was actually asking ChatGTP about it yesterday, thinking, let's see how much it knows about vacuum blending. And it actually, surprisingly, did know about it and gave really accurate information. I was like, wow, ChatGTP really seems to be quite accurate. And so, yes, let's see here. Let's wash these veggies. But I'm actually extremely excited about doing this vacuum blender thing today with the Vitamix because we haven't done that one yet. I've done it with the Void system. Turned out my other system was the company got the blender and it worked fine. And they were like, dude, it works fine. And there was a little thing, they think it was a little, almost like a little sensor. So there's nothing wrong with the actual blender. There's a little sensor that seems to have a correlation, I think with temperature or something. So it doesn't overheat and damage. Because I remember the blender getting real hot. But I don't know why it got so hot, but they said they ran it for like 5 minutes straight and it was fine. And I guess I just got unlucky. All right, no comments so far? All right, guys. I guess you guys are real interested in this one. All right. Do any of you guys have a Vitamix or are you debating whether to get the Void one? I mean, because I like the vacuum blender, I would just get the Void one. It's cheaper. But if you already have a Vitamix, then this is a great option. Okay, let's go ahead and try this. Woohoo! Get those greens in there. Now, is that going to be enough? See, that's the other thing. I like a lot of greens because I don't believe we get enough of them, personally. I don't think most of us get enough of, what do they always say, your fruits and your vegetables. But I even know people, I'm not going to name any names. I know people, personally, that when they sit down, no matter how much you tell them, adults, hey, you should eat your vegetables, they just skip right over them, almost like a child. And I'm like, oh, okay, no vegetables. Somehow people don't like them, but then some people do like them. I mean, I like them. I like vegetables, and I like the way they make me feel. I think that's the most important part. If you notice, it's funny how food that is good for us makes us feel good. I mean, food that's not good for us, I mean, it just tastes so good and everything, but it's weird because it's just, not really good for us. And then we don't feel very good. Okay, that apparently is enough greens. I don't know. I feel like I'd like to put more than that. But I think that's all I can fit today, so let's go with that. I'll say right now we already have amazing ingredients. We have all the powders, the flax seeds. We're going to put boron in here, which are basically raisins soaked in hydrogen water, of course. And anti-cancerous, anti-parasitic foods. Of course, boron is one of my favorite minerals. It's good for it's good for ligaments, bones, brain health, and sex hormones, which basically means your testosterone, your estrogen, for both men and women. So it's not like it's just for one side. Both men and women need healthy levels of their hormones. And you don't want to disrupt them. I won't go into how we do disrupt them because some people don't like to hear that. So I will not go into that subject. All I will say is boron appears to be fantastic for such things. And I'm going to make it real quick because if I don't do it, I will probably forget to do it. And that's make raisins for tomorrow. So if you guys want to see it, I can move the camera. If not, all I'm doing is pouring raisins in that same little jar. And I'm going to put the cleanest water. So here's the thing. Here's what I'm really into, guys. You don't have to. This is what I found to be extremely helpful. One, cleanest water possible. I showed you guys how to do that. And two, the cleanest and proper levels of hydrogen, which I'm making over here also. And I'm going to pour that right now, actually, why do I put hydrogen water in here? Well, I have access to it, so why not? Because it actually appears to enhance the fruits and vegetables. So it's going to go into and soak into these raisins and enhance them. Okay, let's keep moving forward. Let's see how much stuff we can fit in here today. And I am low on... Oh, we got a secret ingredient today. It's not the most magical ingredient, but I'll share it with you. So we cut up a watermelon the other day, and organic, non-GMO watermelon. And look at that, I'm out of ginger. I think I gotta go downstairs and grab some. So when I have leftovers, I end up utilizing them. That's when I cut real close to the rind, and it just doesn't taste like super, super great, but hey, I'll throw it in a smoothie. And let's see. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to run downstairs 3 flights, my apologies, to see if I have ginger. Because if I remember correctly, I think I still have some ginger down here somewhere. And I might as well use it because it's anti-cancerous, anti-parasitic, a lot of amazing health benefits. And do I have any? No, really. Really? I totally thought I did. Shows you how much I know. Okay, you know what that means? That means next, since I'm down here, might as well. I got some natto. I'm gonna defrost it because I'm running low on the other one. So I might as well do that since I came all the way down here. And I'm running low on blueberries. You know what? I didn't realize I'm running low on a few things. I'm gonna have to go to the store. And I guess that's my workout. Going up and downstairs. You know, I never think about it like, oh, I gotta go downstairs. I always think, okay, I get a little exercise. Best way to look at it. Okay, let's read some of your comments. The chat GTPI is known to lie and be biased on certain topics, says Budo Kai. Well, I'm actually well aware of that. I noticed that it seems to do that more towards like political things or things that are quote unquote more opinionated in general. So far, I've noticed on more of the science side of things that it's actually been extremely accurate, more accurate than I would have ever anticipated. I was actually extremely shocked because I totally thought it was going to get a bunch of stuff wrong. And it seems to know its stuff when it comes to certain subjects in regards to more science-y questions. But yeah, I noticed that on the political front, it seems to have more opinion biased stuff, just doesn't seem quite accurate. So that's all I'll say about that. Okay, let's see. Next one. So just saying, be careful with programmed AI. Helen says, just got my Vitamix last week and love it. And then Eva says, you're back only for a little bit. Who knows? I might have to leave any second. Have you heard of electroculture using these sticks, copper antennas, so you can pick up the energy from the ether of the earth? You can make better crops. Guys, just remember, I am a skeptic by nature, and yeah, probably not into that one. But you know, it's funny. If I were to chase down every single thing that every email that I get when people contact me all the time about, hey, look at this product, man, I'd be researching products literally all day long. And I've done that before. I did it for years to be nice to the viewers and to be open to things. And I hate to admit, and I'm not trying to be rude by this comment, it's just the truth. Absolutely wasted so much of my time, not hours, not days, but probably in the long term, months and years of my life. And in the end, I always go back to the things that I found to be helpful, which were what I'm already showing you. See, life can be very simple, and you don't necessarily need a ton of stuff. You know, by the way, this is how you activate natto. It has almost the same amount of protein as steak, but it has way more fiber. It has a special enzyme that is only found in this food and no other food in the world, which is nattokinase or nattokinase, depending on how you want to pronounce it. It's also rich in vitamin K. It also thins your blood a little bit like a natural statin, which is actually a good thing in my personal opinion, but be careful if you are on statins. This food also has been known to oxygenate cancer cells and is one of the number one superfoods, not even all the world, but in all of Japan, which Japan has a lot of superfoods, so it's pretty impressive. To activate it, you stir it this way at least 100 times. According to the data, the Japanese have done extreme amounts of research on this particular food, and it's absolutely amazing. I just cannot say enough about this particular food, which is the reason that I try to consume it every single day. And I'm putting it in my smoothie. And the smoothie is already looking quite full, I gotta say. It's looking so full that I don't know how I'm gonna fit the rest of this stuff in there, but we're just gonna have to do it, and it's gonna be glorious if we can fit it in there. So let's just see, because I had that extra watermelon stuff, and so we're going to see if it does take up space, because I made a smoothie yesterday in a bigger container, and it definitely took up space. So, okay, here we go. So, and we don't even have any ginger today. Like I said, I'm going to definitely have to go remember to get some of that. And look, the blender's already looking quite full. And we're about to do the vacuum. I figure out that's why they call the system void, because it's like it's in a void, because of the vacuum. Thought it was kind of creative. I'm not sure if too many people caught that though. Okay, with that being said, let's do the next ingredient. Let's go with, we got some pretty nasty bananas here. Let's go with one of these nasty bananas. Say nasty, they're not nasty. They're just getting old as all see. Hope they're not nasty. We'll find out when we open them up, because when they get really, really gushy and gross, it's not usually my favorite type of banana. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna put a little hydrogen water in there. Let it start soaking into the fruits and vegetables in my new vitamix container. Of course, I'm excited about it. I can't wait to see what it works like. I mean, I got the void system, so I mean, that one works again. It works fine. The biggest issue is not so much an issue as much as there's people out there who want to know about the Vitamix one, because some people have Vitamixes, and that's pretty much why. And I have one too. Obviously, I have both. And let's go with the beets today. Why the beets? Well, they get the body to produce nitric oxide. They're good for the liver. They have a lot of good phytonutrients. And when they have rich colors like this, I've read about it before. That's why I do the blueberries too, which have a ton of really wonderful benefits. You know what? Are we going to try to go scissors with this one, or are we going to try to do the knife? Let's try the scissors. Let's see if we can get away with that today. Because that means I don't even need the cutting board technically. Let's see. First, I'm peeling off just a few little spots that maybe look a little not perfect to me, a little questionable, but I like to keep as much skin as I can on them, depending on the fruit or vegetable, because there are benefits to the skins. Okay, let's see here. Let's see how much we can fit. You know what? I didn't even check the charge on the vacuum lid. I hope I'm not doing this for nothing. Because what if I do it all and the vacuum lid's not even charged up? But I'm pretty sure it is. I haven't tried it for a while, but we're about to find out. Let's see here. Let's find out. We'll go with that many beets. And is this real? Am I really need? Okay, I guess I need to go shopping. I'm like out of beets, aren't I? Oh no, I have one left. I have one left. I had one for emergency purposes. Okay, I guess I didn't need this after all. So we'll go ahead and empty that dishwasher. It's getting kind of full. This guy looks kind of gross. So we're gonna push this down. It's the only way we can make it work, is really pushing these smoothies in there, and so they're really compact. I can see that water will probably be a little bit of an issue. I might have put too much water in there. But the company told me, they're like, if the water gets in the pump thing, it's like not the end of the world. And I was like, really? They're like, yes, just don't let any smoothie get in there. And I was like, okay. So we're getting closer to the main event. Okay, let's go. Geez, see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm running out of space here. Let's go with celery. Celery, I gotta say, I really have enjoyed putting celery. I used to not put celery in my smoothie for a while, and I thought it'd be too expensive. Turns out it's not. I mean, I can go buy a whole organic bunch of them for like $1.98 or something organic. Now, celery, in my opinion, is important to get organic. At least that's just my personal opinion. Do not want to get celery that's been sprayed, because we're going to consume the whole thing. There's no skin that we're peeling off. And even if there is skin that you peel off, still personally think, I've seen data, now that I think about it, on organic food versus non-organic and the way it affects nutrients, specifically antioxidants. And so definitely better to get organic if you have access to it, because we all know we don't need these weird chemicals in our body. At least that's my personal opinion. And why? Because, you know what? We got scientific evidence. I mean, we have scientific evidence that shows that these chemicals are definitely not good for us. So I guess I could say it's my opinion, but it's probably the opinion of scientists also. And I probably shouldn't put too much of this in. This is the hydrogen chia seeds. I mean, they're full of minerals and protein and omegas, but I can see already we're running out of room. I don't know if you guys can see it. I sure hope this is going to work. I hope I'm not going to mess something up again this time. Let's see. But let's find out. We're almost there. I can see the water rising too much. Oops. I know that's going to be a problem when we're vacuum blending, but we will do our best and see what happens with the Vitamix. Now, the Vitamix, though, is just going to, I mean, the pitcher is the pitcher. I mean, it's still going to be, I think for most people, this size pitcher would be enough. It's just that I'm making smoothies for numerous people. And let's see here. Let's see. Yep. I think it would be fine for most people who just make it for themselves, maybe even for themselves and a partner. And a lot of people who drink the smoothies don't drink as much as I do. And so in that regard, it could probably still be good enough for two people. And if you vacuum blend them and seal them, which a lot of people are doing from what I'm being told, because they just say they don't have enough time. So they make enough smoothie for, so many days or whatever. And you could totally do that. Why not? And so you can, and I think the vacuum blender helps them stay fresher for sure. And then vacuum seal it again. And I just think that really works. Now, here's the downside. I think I'm only going to get to fit one carrot in here. Now, this is a pretty big carrot, but normally I would fit more than this for sure. And I'd like to throw in one extra banana, but I don't think that's going to happen. I just do not think I have enough room in here. So let's see. Let's find out. Let's try to push it down some more. It's leaving us just enough room on the lid here, so we're gonna go with this, guys. This is where we're at. Am I happy enough with it? Yeah, I am. It's good enough. And you know what? Even if I put less food in there, if it's maintaining higher nutrients, which it appears to do, it's probably going to get me about the same amount of nutrients, but I'm just using less product, less produce, which means save a little money. Okay, so here we go. So the way that we're supposed to do it, you don't have to, but I wet the sides. You guys want to bring the camera closer. It's mixing words, camera closer. And just wet the rubber seal a little bit. Why? Well, because it appears to help it get on a little easier and come off a little easier. But I found some interesting tricks that the company thought were pretty helpful. So the water, it already appears to be high enough. If you can see where it's at, it's about right here. So now let's put the vacuum lid on. And I don't even have to push it on that hard because when I turn it on, it'll vacuum itself on there. I feel like I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? I'm just going to go for it, but I feel, the nutrients? Well, we'll get the nutrients in a second. Well, we'll get to those in a second. Okay, guys, here we go. Moment of truth. Turn it on. And I'm going to go with level, I was at 25. I'm going to go level 17. Go. Now let's watch it. Watch the water, all the bubbles. You can see the water begin to rise. Look at that. Can you guys see that? I'm going to set it down. Hopefully you can still see it. Let me turn the camera down more. Oh, look at that. It's already ready. Now that's wild because the water didn't go up more. Huh. Let me turn it up then, which I probably shouldn't, but let's stop it and turn it up to level 25, which I think is max. Go. Let's see if we see any differences here. Some more air bubbles. Wow, I got lucky with the water. Look at that. I didn't get it up into the lid. That means I could have put a little bit more. Well, you know what? I'm good with that though. As the company said, level 15, 16 is more than enough. Now I'm just doing overkill. So, all right, guys, this looks like it might work beautifully today. I'm probably going to speak too soon. Just watch. I'm going to make a mess now. Okay, let's see how the Vitamix attachment works because this one's for the Vitamix. I like their void system, but I do have a Vitamix, so let's just see what happens. You guys ready for this? This is the moment of truth. Now, we just turn it on. You know what I'm going to do? Look at that. Look at this. I don't know if you guys noticed this. The water level just dropped to here. So let's turn on the vacuum again. Let's see if it sucks up. Interesting. You know what? I think I could fit more water, but I won't today. I think I could though. Oh, wait a second. I definitely have to do this. I don't have to, but I'm going to turn off the vacuum sealer because I don't want it sucking while the smoothie's going. So I just turned it off. Okay, let's go. Still dancing around like they would do. Blending it nicely. Well, seems great. Everything seems good so far. Working a lot like my old system, the void system. I don't see much of a difference, really. Both blenders are good. I'm going to let it blend it up a little bit. Hopefully it won't fall off the counter while I'm dumping my compost. This looks perfect. So wow, it works with the Vitamix, guys. And this thing is under vacuum. I'm not turning it on anymore because it's already suctioned it, it's sitting there. I mean, it sounds like it's already done. Okay, well, I tell you what, let's let it set for a second while I grab the jars. And you know what? Might as well soak my walnuts. Why not? While we let it sit there for a second because I want to have those ready for tomorrow and I just know I'm going to forget. And why do I soak them in water? Do you guys know the drill yet? Do you understand why? Oh, shoot. They're downstairs. I'm not going to go down right now. I'll get them later. Okay, I should make a list. Okay, we'll try one more time. I can hear it chopping stuff up. There we go. Let's bring it out here. Let's bring up the camera a little bit more for you guys, maybe. Hopefully that helps. You know, I love the blades on these pitchers. They're different than the Vitamix ones, and I found out that they're apparently better. That's my understanding. They are superior. And you notice, where are they from? Japan, of course. And it's like, of course, well, I mean, I didn't expect them to be from Japan, but I like this company. See, I like companies that try to do their best. They try to really get a good product. And they wanted the best blades and best metal. Went to Japan. Let's try this one more time. Sounds already like it's really nice. All right. And we are. Remember, I told you guys I felt like I was forgetting something? I was forgetting to put the minerals in. Gosh dang it. Can you believe that? Oh, well, we can do it without the minerals. It's not the end of the world. It's got plenty of minerals in it from all the fruits and vegetables anyway. I'll tell you, my instincts are so strong these days. I feel it more than I think it. I think this is good enough. I mean, it's crazy though, because I feel like I didn't run it that much. I'm like, really? Are you sure? I'll keep checking. I don't know. Seems perfect. Okay, so now let's enhance this. Let's go hydrogen water in the jars. Take it to the next level, guys. Take it to the next level. And what do I mean by the next level? It's like, just the next level of health. Just cutting it with some super clean hydrogen water. I would not do this with a lot of other waters. I would not do it with Kangen waters. Nothing that manipulates pH, and I certainly wouldn't do it with directly electrolyzed water, which is what most of the Chinese products do. And there's reasons for that. I'm not saying it. I'm saying it because, like, as a word of caution. Okay, so this is a tip that the company thought was pretty amazing, which is so funny. They're like, man, we never. I don't know why nobody thought of it. This is a pressure release valve here. This little red thing here. So once I lift it up, you're going to hear the air go psh, because it's under a vacuum. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the little piece of tissue to hold it up so I can take the lid off. So there it is, and you can see the smoothie go down, and I'm going to keep it there. And then I'm going to put my hand here with the handle here to push, like for leverage to get this thing off, because otherwise people have a hard time getting these things off. See how easy it was for me? Look at that. And so that's the biggest issue that people seem to be having. Now you can see this wonderful mess I made on my vacuum blender. Now that's the only thing that if I put less in there or if I did it a certain way, it probably wouldn't make a mess. But because I did make a mess, I'm gonna just scrape all this off. Why? Because I don't want to waste any smoothie, guys. There's so many wonderful fruits and vegetables that are organic in here that some farmer out there took the time to grow this way, and I want to not only respect that, but I also want to respect my own pocketbook. I don't want to waste anything. This is, to me, this is like total magical food for the body. The body loves this stuff. You know, it loves the fiber. You need a lot of fiber and all the minerals, the phytonutrients, the antioxidants, on and on and on it goes. And then when I get everything that I can, which clearly I'm not going to get every little bit, we're just doing the best we can. Then you can actually rinse this as long as it's not on. You can just rinse it because you don't want the pumps in there sucking in water. So just rinse it off and that's it. Easy. Okay, so let's go with the smoothie. This is the part that this thing I can tell is thicker already. Now, I don't think it's designed to pour. Now, am I making it work? Yeah, I guess I am. But it's more messy than the Vitamix. The Vitamix pitcher, I think, pours a little better. But I gotta say, this one cut better. The blades on this one, I think, are better. Look at this. You know what? This is nice. It came out smooth. I don't know what I did different. Because their blender, I'm starting to wonder if this pitcher is a little different than this one. This is the one for the void system. They look similar. So weird, but boy, does it taste good today. All right, let's do this. And then I'll read some of your comments and then we'll say goodbye. Most important nutrient. Why is this the most important nutrient? Well, it's the most important nutrient because it's the hardest one to get from your food. It's not that it's the most important. All the nutrients are important. We don't want to be deficient in anything, but this you're just not going to get from your food. And in order to get it from your food, the foods that do have it are foods that are highly contaminated these days that I wouldn't eat, and that's D3 with K2, and it's an ionic form. Food is always the best, but ionic, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's about 7,000 I use. Now I change it up depending on time of the year, what I'm going through, foods, So people are like, well, how much do you recommend? I'm like, it kind of depends. But again, no medical advice, no medical claims. I just think anywhere between 5 to 10,000 I use a day is a pretty good number, depending on where your levels are at though. Sometimes you have to really go 20,000, 30,000 just to get yourself to a certain level. Chlorophyll, ionic. So we're going to go with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, do you need chlorophyll? No. You get it from your greens, your veggies. But is it an awesome product? Yeah, I like it. It was sent to me, so I'll definitely consume it. And then we're going to pour in the rest of the smoothie. I'm not going to go all the way up because I'm going to vacuum seal that guy. And look at this. See, I don't end up getting as much smoothie. That's the only downside. And some people can tell me, though, they're like, well, I can't drink the whole thing. Well, this is perfect for you. Me personally, I like to drink a lot of it. Now, let's vacuum seal it. You guys want to see me vacuum seal? I'm sure you've seen it before. Nothing particularly fancy. Take one of these lids with the rubber seals on the edges. And I got my vacuum system here. Look at this. I'm like vacuum man here. Here, I'll just bring this over here because I don't know if you guys can see this. Lock it in place and go. And that's going to keep this thing ultra fresh. And then we're going to grab an ingredient. Ultra fresh. Then we're going to grab an ingredient that's straight up magical. The best balanced protein in the world, from my understanding, from all my research. Tons of nutrition. It's almost a multivitamin all by itself. And that's sealed, guys. That right there is going to last a very long time. Let's do this. Let's move some of this around. I got to move it around because I got to remember what's fresher. Oh, that's going to be so good. I'm really looking forward to eating it. I got to say, somehow the Vitamix, the thing is that all the Vitamix is a motor. It's the pitcher and the blade that I liked. The smoothie is still smooth. I was able to vacuum it. I don't know why it would make the consistency of the smoothie different between the Vitamix and the void system, and it did. So I don't know, that's weird. I'm going to try the void system next time. Hopefully, I'll either make a video or I'll try to go live. And so this magic ingredient's hemp hearts. So guys, this is ridiculously high in protein. We don't just have hemps with all the nutrients in it, but we also have natto in there. I'm not kidding you. Easy, this smoothie has more protein than steak. I mean, I'm not kidding you. That's easy. Some people think like, no way. Oh yeah. That's why when people ask me, well, don't you get enough protein? It's like, yeah, easily. It's not hard to get protein. Not hard at all. So now let me enjoy the fruit of my labor. Take my earpiece out. Answer some of your questions, maybe. Maybe read some of your comments. Look at that. Maybe I still do have time. Oh, that's right. I have a work thing in a little while. And then somebody wanted to, well, hold on a second. I don't think I need this anymore. See if you guys can still hear me. Should probably plug in the phone. When I go live, it actually sucks the battery out of this phone. All right, let's do the taste test. Of course, while I inhale hydrogen to protect me from anything that may be in here, and just in general. Every time. It just tastes fresher. Okay, you guys want to see what ChatGTP says about the vacuum blender? I was going to make a video about it, but I guess I could just do it right now if you guys wanted to. Let's see if I still have it up here. Yeah, I do. Okay. You guys want to hear about it? Well, actually, let me read your comments first. Okay, Budokai says, animals tend to be attracted to those copper antennas in electroculture. It would appear to provide them energy they find to be comforting. Yeah, I've seen animals be drawn to water too. I've seen animals be drawn to actually hydrogen water too. That doesn't necessarily mean people think it means, but okay. Solomon says, hola compadre, qué alegre verte en otro video en vivo. Ahora no puedo ver el video, pero después. All right, Pancho. Love always says, hola. Agneta says, yes, I've heard. Northern Yeti says, I'm late to the stream. Next time, keep the rind on the watermelon. More citrulline. Male rising events. I cut as much of it as I can. Love always says, this looks like it tastes good. It actually does. It tastes great. So let's see what ChatGTP says about vacuum blending. It says, reduces oxidation by reducing the air pressure in the container. Vacuum blending prevents oxidation and preserves freshness, flavor, color in food, which can result in healthier and more nutritious final product. There you go. Brighter colors, fresh flavor. I can definitely attest to the flavor. It's definitely better. Smoother texture. Yeah, I guess. Actually, yeah. I didn't even think about it. This one came out really good today. Reduced nutrient loss. So it says vacuum blending helps protect certain nutrients like vitamin C and the fat-soluble vitamins A and E. So basically it makes them taste better, preserves freshness, flavor, and nutrients. It says overall vacuum blending is a good choice for those who want to preserve nutrients and freshness of their ingredients. There you go. That's it. I mean, it seems to be accurate. Yummy. This is really good. Does it taste better than my Vitamix without the vacuum blending? Yeah, absolutely. I definitely notice a difference. It tastes so different. That's really good. And if you guys want to check out their systems, I didn't even put a link It's with void-system.com. And you can get a little discount with the code uprising144K. They're already pretty discounted, so it's discount on top of a discount. Northern Yeti says, you could use it in zero gravity too. Yeah, I guess if you're an astronaut and you're in outer space, you can make smoothies. It must be due to less air exposure. Yeah, it sucks the oxygen out of it. That's exactly what it is. So good. This feels really good today. Okay, guys, well, unless there's any final questions, I'm just gonna let you guys go and I'm gonna continue to drink my multivitamin breakfast. So is it worth it, the new blender? Oh, for sure. I mean, I like it a lot. If you already have a blender and you can't afford it, you can just use your old blender. If you have a Vitamix and you want the attachment, you can get the attachment, which I just showed you, which comes with a whole new pitcher. And if you're just gonna buy a whole new system, I would just get the whole Void system because it's kind of cheaper. With the blender, with the vacuum, the whole thing, with the discount code is like $379 or something, which is, I just think a smoking deal. Because usually just the vacuum thing is almost $300 alone. So yeah, I think it's worth it. But again, it all depends on your finances, you know. The most important thing I always think is super clean water. That's always kind of a given. Hydrogen to me is the next thing. I mean, it's just too good. It's too powerful. It does so much stuff. I think it's more important. And there's way more data and science about the hydrogen versus vacuum blending. And then vacuum blending, you know, Eva says, we have the Void system. Well, there you go. Then, now, if you already have it, I think it's definitely worth putting in the effort to do it. This is so good. I don't know what it is, but I like those Japanese blades more. I can definitely feel the difference in the texture of the smoothie, how it handled everything. Eva says, but I like the Vitamix better. Oh, see, okay. So you like the Vitamix, but you also have a Void system. Oh, geez. Well, if you have both. Yeah, because see, then that would suck because then you also have to get, in order to use the Void system on the Vitamix, you need a different type of attachment and even pitcher. So I don't know if you'd want to do that. If you have the Void system, I would just use that. But it's really up to you in the end. I'm just giving you guys the options of what I do. Focus, focus. Mr. Magic's live. I am for now, but I'm about to go, actually. Any last questions, comments, anything, guys? Hope you guys found this video helpful. This is really good. I want to know what, I'm going to ask the company, what's the difference? The pictures look the same. The blades kind of look the same, except these say Japan and they maybe look a tiny different, but they look pretty similar. I noticed, you guys want me to show you here? I can show you some of them. Let me show you. This is interesting. So the one with the copper bottom is for the vacuum system. And this is the part that goes on the blender and it fits perfect. This was the one that's made for the Vitamix, and this one's got like a platinum or silver metal, so it looks different. And this one, I already have it on the Vitamix, has a different type of, you know, one of these tops, because the one that's on the Vitamix normally is this one. And it just, it doesn't fit quite right. And if it doesn't fit right, the gears don't line up, and then you could, you know, mess something up or break it. So hopefully that helps you guys. And then Earthman says, good to know blades are made in Japan. Quality check. Yeah, exactly. Checkmate says, good day, Hydrogen Man. Quick question. Is it normal for the hydrogen machine to have a burner type smell when making the water? Not sure if my outlet is causing the problem. Well, no, it shouldn't smell burnt. The only thing I can think of, though, is sometimes if they get dusty, and if there gets dust in a certain little area, and electricity, it just smells like it's burning a little bit. So it just kind of depends, but I have noticed that sometimes. And because it's dusty where I'm at. Hence me needing to move. Okay. Well, I will say this too. This is actually, I'm about to say goodbye, but I could show you guys. I love this vacuum thing. It's so good. Now here's the part that's easier than the Vitamix. Yeah, I mean, if you already had a Vitamix, you could just get the attachment. The blender part seems, both of them are good. You know, other than the fact that that sensor went out on me, which they said I was the only unit that's ever happened to. So that's good. They've had really good reliability with their systems. Of course, I tend to put stuff really to the true test when it comes to blenders and hydrogen machines and my carbon distiller because I actually use them. You know, I use them all the time. So I'm really a good test subject. I do that with other stuff too. I guess I'm a good product tester. Let's see here. Well, you know what I could do? This is really nice. It's so much easier to scrape this one than the Vitamix one. The shape of it is actually works so much better. I just wish it was bigger. Though the company said they're thinking about making a bigger one. I'm gonna put some water in this actually and clean it all up. Hold on a second. Maybe hydrogen bottle is better. Yeah, should be good enough. Good enough, good enough. There we go. This thing's easy. That's nice. Okay, I guess that's it, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you found it helpful. If you have any last questions, this would be the time. I guess all is good. So, all right, guys. Till next time.